Y'all, so we're jumping straight into this eyeshadow tutorial. The first thing that I'm gonna do is get out my tape. I want this look to be very crispy, very sharp, so that's why I'm using some tape as a guide for my eyeshadow. So I'm pretty much gonna place the tape on the outer corner of my eye. Right there, just like that. Bam. For this look today, I'm going to be doing a smoky eye, and I'm going to be taking some pointers from Miss Lachey Glams here on YouTube. Definitely make sure you check her out. Her makeup tutorials be the bomb. For my base today, I'm going to use a concealer. I'm going to use the Born This Way Too Faced concealer in the color Cookie. It's a very light shade. It's actually the shade that I use as like my brow highlight. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that concealer, and I'm going to use a flat brush. This is the Real Techniques 308 medium eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to pack the eyeshadow all over my lid. And the reason why you want to go in with either a really bright or lighter concealer or even an eyeshadow base is so that way your eyeshadow is long lasting, and it also just helps the color payoff to be a lot more pigmented. It helps the colors look a lot more brighter and just last longer throughout the whole entire look. Once I have everything blended out to my liking, I'm just going to take a little bit of the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm just going to lightly dust that all over the eyelid, just so that way we can set that concealer in place and there's no cracking in the foundation. So this is the foundation to the eyeshadow look. The first color that I'm going to be using is not going to be an eyeshadow. It's going to be from the Black Radiance True Contour palette. This is the Dark to Deep palette, and we're going to be using the Sculpt shade. This is a pretty deep medium brown shade, and I'm going to take a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is going to be, and I don't have a name for this brush, this is just a fluffy eyeshadow brush that I've had for a while. This is going to be the transition shade for this smoky eye. So we're going to place the color Sculpt right here in the transition area, or you can call it the middle of your eye. So you have the ball of your eye, which is your eyelid. This is the bottom. You got the middle, right here the transition, and then right underneath the brow bone. So I'm going to take the eyeshadow brush, dip that into the bronzer, dust off any excess, and then we're going to apply this to the transition. So I'm simply just going to do light circular motions, and I'm doing this with a light hand because a little bit goes a long way, and when you do a little bit at a time, you are able to, it's easier for you to add more layers than it is to take away, especially with eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna lightly do circular motions. I'm doing light circular motions, and I'm placing, my hand is at the end of the eyeshadow brush. So if you place your hands on the front of the eyeshadow brush like you're going to write something, you're applying a lot more pressure, and that is gonna make the color come out a lot more harsher. So you do wanna have your hand towards the bottom of the brush, and I do have my pinky up like I'm sipping tea. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit more. I'm gonna go back into the brush, tap off any excess, and I'm going to go back in that transition shade and applying that eyeshadow. And this time I'm taking it a little bit lower. So I'm not gonna go up into my brow bone highlight. So that is where we're gonna stop with the eyeshadow, but I am bringing it down a little bit lower, closer to the lid area, and I'm just going to blend that out. I'm gonna go back into the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette in Dark to Deep, and I'm gonna take the contour shade. I'm gonna do the Real Techniques Essentials Crease Brush. I'm going to tap that into the contour, tap off any excess, and then let me get me a mirror so I can get close and see. And I'm just gonna focus that in the crease. I'm not gonna take this shade no further up than the crease. So we're still gonna have that light brown at the bottom. And woo, a little bit of that goes a long way. So you definitely do not need a lot. of that. So now I'm gonna use, this is the shading brush, the Real Techniques 307 shading brush. Now I'm gonna go into the Morphe Sour Patch Kids palette and pick up All Gone, the black shade, because this brush is a lot smaller. I'm gonna tap that into the eyeshadow, tap off any excess eyeshadow, and then I'm going to now take this one all over the lid, and I'm doing packing motions just so that way I can focus and get that black where I want it to be. Ooh, ooh, that's pretty. That is pretty. That's pretty. That's pretty. That's bomb. So I'm gonna go back in, tap off any excess. Oh, that is just, that's pretty. And I'm going to just continue to pack that on all over the eyelid. So now this is the point where you really would just keep blending your eyeshadows together until you get the desired payoff. So I'm just going back in with the previous brush that we used for the crease to blend that into the lid shade of the black. I'm satisfied with how this eye looks, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tape, and just like that, we got a crispy black smoky eye. Just like that. Just like that. That is all that I have for this beginner-friendly makeup tutorial on how to do a smoky eye. So if you enjoyed this smoky eyeshadow tutorial, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, drop me a comment down below, and of course, do not forget to share this video with your beauty besties so that way we all can look fabulous together, and you guys already know what to do. Remember to stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay safe, and stay poppin', and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.